Welcome to the first of our Data Vault Q&A series. I'm Julien Redmond from Ignition, and joining me today is Nols Eberson, our Data Vault certification trainer and Data Vault expert. Hi, Nols.
Hi, Julien. Thanks for having me.
Okay, first question. What is a multi-active satellite?
This is a juicy one. There's plenty of confusion in the marketplace as to what a multi-active satellite is. So this is a call for the true multi-active satellite to please put their hand up so we can know what you're dealing with. So the misconception, let's deal with what it's not first, and then we'll talk about what it is. The misconception is that if you have a satellite with a subsequence, so you have descriptive details to a relationship or a business key that adds more granularity to the data, like phone numbers. You have a phone number type, mobile, home, emergency, etc. If that particular code or what we call a subsequence give the necessary uniqueness, but it's not a business key in its own right, that is just a stock standard satellite with a subsequence in it. So that's what a lot of people consider to be a multi-active, because if you look at the satellite and you say, give me everything for Nols, it may come up with 5 or 6 different rows. And so that's what they consider to be multi-active. That's not multi-active. It's just a standard satellite with a subsequence. So it captures finer details, but it's not a multi-active satellite. So what is a multi-active satellite then? If you have data that comes from your sources and there is no uniqueness at all other than the full row, then you have a candidate for a multi-active satellite. And in these cases, what you will need to do is you can't compare each individual row, which is what the standard approach to a normal satellite process is concerned. You can't go row by row comparisons. You need to see if there's anything that's different within the set of rows that we had before versus the rows that we've received now. And here's the additional kicker. The order in which those rows appear has no meaning. So not only is it not unique, but the order in which they appear has no meaning. Because if the order had meaning, you can assign this a artificial sequence number, and that would be just a stock standard subsequence.
Right.
And so from that perspective, the multi-active is then looking at, I've received 5 rows here before, I've now received 3 rows, so clearly something has changed in these 2 sets, and therefore I insert the entire set of the new rows. So you always get multiple records for every time you ask, okay, give me Nols's details, it'll give you a whole list of rows as such. So it does have some delta checking, but it is not as precise as a standard satellite. And so that set by set comparisons can be very easily done, very efficiently done by doing a count with a full outer join between the received set and the existing set, and you only ask it where it's different. So when you use a hash difference, for instance, to determine deltas, you could still use that mechanism, but you're simply going to count what is not the same on either side of the equation. And if the count is anything more than 0, you'll insert everything you've received. So that is the proper multi-active satellite. Very different animal to a normal satellite with a subsequence in it. Nuanced, confusing, I get it, but the real multi-active satellite has a couple of key identifiers. No uniqueness in the row except the entire row, and the order in which they arrive, those rows for a particular business key or relationship has no relevance. Then you have a multi-active satellite candidate.
Perfect. Thanks, Nols. Hopefully that explanation made sense to everyone. It's definitely a question that comes up a lot. Join us on this series. There'll be lots of more questions to follow. So thanks for joining for today. Thanks, Nols.
Thanks, Julian.